Are Americans getting a second stimulus check? It might just be in the form of a $5,000 loan that you'll be paying back. Stay tuned for Trending Tuesday. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob Billet. I am the CEO of Billet Enterprises, and on every Tuesday, I talk about trending topics that's going to affect either your business or your wallet. Today, we're going to be talking about a new proposal for a second stimulus check, but it has a catch. It is a an up to $5,000 voluntary loan proposal that you, as an eligible person, will have to pay back with your Social Security benefits after age 61. So this right here is one article. There are numerous articles. I will go ahead and leave the link to this particular article for you guys to go ahead and take a look in the description of this channel. So let's go ahead and get this party started, right? So again, this is a voluntary loan proposal. This is not, say, like the stimulus checks that a lot of people qualified for, which, you know, obviously added a massive load to the national debt, but was something that you do not pay back. Matter of fact, I will go ahead and link a video for some of the top myths about the stimulus check that eligible people have received, and dispelling that. Some of them, such as, you know, you have to pay it back next year, or that, you know, your taxes are going to go up, or there's a whole bunch of myths, especially on social media, surrounding that stimulus check. And so again, go over there and check that video out if you have any questions. So first of all, I mean, there is no doubt that the coronavirus is absolutely destroying people right now, not only health-wise, but we have many small businesses that are going under. I know a couple of friends of mine that are also business owners like myself. They have had to close up shop for this. We've had to close down some of our operations due to supply chain issues, so we had to back off on a couple of things. A good thing about my company is that we're fairly diversified, so it's not a huge deal, but it does sting a little bit. We're looking at about a 30% reduction in revenue for this quarter because of this. You know, we've got people that are losing their houses. We've got people that are not able to pay rent, not able to pay bills. And this seems to be more on like the essential worker side of things. You've got people that are getting bonuses to stay at home on unemployment. You know, you've got bumps in unemployment wages, which essential workers are not having. It's an absolute mess. A lot of people are just having a hard time. A $1,200 stimulus check for most people that qualify for it, that $1,200 really doesn't do much, especially if they're in really, really tight situations, and the government has not been the best at actually getting it done. There is a lot of people that have a ton of questions. Matter of fact, if you are wondering where your check is, if you are eligible for a stimulus check, I will also link another video where you can go and take a look at to see where your payment is and how you can find out where it is if you have not received it and you are eligible. All right, so let's touch upon this article here. So again, a lot of us are having a huge amount of financial issues. A lot of people, you know, a lot of Americans and eligible people, and they have no idea when the next aid's going to be. There's been several proposals out. There's been an additional proposal for a $2,000 stimulus check and $1,000 for up to a year afterwards until the employment reaches the pre-crisis levels. But this particular stimulus loan is being presented because they don't want to increase the national debt as much. So this wouldn't help. This wouldn't increase the national debt. This would be a loan that would be paid out that you would pay forward, or you would pay back after you retire out of your Social Security benefits, right? So this is something that's, you know, and well, actually there's a few caveats that we're going to look into here, but they're saying that they're going to cap the repayments to take no more than 3 months of Social Security to pay this off once you do get to that point in your life. And so let's go ahead and read some of this here. So again, there's a lot of debate. There's not bipartisan agreements on this $2,000 a month until employment status returns. That has still not been passed. That is in debate right now. But there is one proposal that's being made by the American Enterprise Institute and Hoover Institute, said to be under reviewed by senior economists in the White House. In it, they say households would receive cash, but not in the same way they did with the previous stimulus checks. It would instead be a voluntary loan check to value potentially up to $5,000 and would be in exchange for their retirement benefits via Social Security being delayed for up to 3 months. So what they're saying is that you will be paying back this loan with no more than 3 months of your Social Security benefits once you do. So you're going to have to stay in the workforce for a little bit longer, or you're just not going to be eligible for 3 months past what you would be for Social Security. If Social Security exists when you get there, a lot of younger people, I hate to say it, Social Security is probably not going to be a thing, because it's Social Security funds has been used to keep government programs running for a very long time. It is like the government's sweetest little honeypots to pull money out to go do their thing. Money that's supposed to be given to you, by the way, when you retire. And now we've got people on Social Security that literally cannot make ends meet, that's been working for 30, 40 years of their lives. It's absolute insanity. So anyway, so the piece that was published, they do explain the loan. So again, unlike the stimulus check, which does not have a payback period, again, if you did not go back to the beginning of this to see my video on this, go back. You do not pay back the stimulus check. I can't stress enough. I've got so many people getting a hold of me going, hey, I heard this, I heard that. It's simply not true. It's a credit, it's a rebate. But they would see this balance carried forward and here's the catcher, here's the kicker, right? At a specified and favorable government interest rates. So check this out. You get this money, right? You guys know that the United States Treasury is just slamming money out right now, right? Like they are printing money just at an amount that your head will just spin. They're trying to inject cash into the economy to keep things going so we don't see a full-on crash. Here's the problem. When inflation starts skyrocketing, what happens? Interest rates start skyrocketing as well, right? Because money is not as valuable as it used to be because of inflation. Therefore, with all of this massive infusing of money that's going on right now, the government that's a favorable rates, right? Basically means they can do whatever the hell they want. At a favorable rate, it could jack up interest rates as much as they want to recoup money in the future to help battle the massive inflation that if things keep going the way they are, inflation's going to be absolutely insane, right? So again, the government, it's basically going to be an adjustable rate that's going to be determined on the Fed rate, is how this is probably going to be linked. And so the government is going to get its money. And again, moving forward for this long a period of a time, and it's attached to your Social Security benefits, you are going to be forced to pay this at whatever rate they decide to charge you on this when the repayment period is there. So that is something that is really, really, really concerning. And something that, I mean, I don't know why this ain't in bold, because this should be bolded right here to let people know, instead of going, oh yeah, I get $5,000, I have to wait till, I go on Social Security, if Social Security exists at that time. Again, there's people that are not going to get hardly anything for Social Security, even if it still exists. I mean, Social Security's a mess, right? So here, again, they said that it's expected to be no more than 3 months worth. That would cover the amount before normal benefits resume thereafter. So again, you also have the right to not take the $5,000 proposed stimulus loan. Therefore, if you decide not to do it, then your benefits will obviously remain untouched unless, your benefits are being touched because the government's, they're using that to fund everything. So, again, one of the big things that is one of the driving forces and why economics is taking a look at this suggestion, is that this does not add to the U.S. national debt, which is absolutely out of control, right? And so, for example, taking a look at the key difference to the proposals that will not add to the U.S. national debt, as I explained. If people need the money, they would receive it now and get them through a crisis. But unlike the first round of stimulus checks, the repayment of this is already factored in a few years down the line. The argument put forward by Rush and Biggs also emphasizes the loans would be collateralized with obligations owed by the federal government. Interest rates could be much more favorable than a household or small business might find in the markets today. So again, we have staggering debt. And so what they're trying to do is that if they can make something like this pass to where Americans are going to have to pay back, especially through attached assets like their Social Security, this will not further drive the country into further debt. So is it a stimulus? Yeah. But is it something that is probably going to bite you in the butt? Probably. Again, I don't like the government having the option to be like, yeah, we're just going to charge you whatever. And if you don't, it's cool. We're just going to take your Social Security money. And some people, they need that, especially getting out their first 3 months, unless they want to just stay in the workforce for 3 more months. Again, they're saying that this proposal is probably going to appeal more to Republicans who do not want the U.S. economy to go further in debt. Again, we're already at $38 trillion that's already been incurred in Social Security benefits by 2019. They're again looking at it like a honeypot, and this should be able to work based on the proposal. So again, guys, I want to see what your thoughts are on this. I mean, there are some pros, there are definitely some cons, but quite honestly, right now, there are some people that they need this. They need this. This is something that is, if this option is available, this could help out millions of people right now. So, I mean, it's kind of like making a deal with the devil a little bit, in my opinion, especially if you're like, we'll just push it back and just do whatever. Again, it all just depends on if you're going to qualify for Social Security, how much is going to be. And obviously not everybody is going to qualify for the same amount. This is going to be all based on average, that they can pay this back in 3 months. This could, again, turn into be something super inflated that could take people 6 months to pay off in their Social Security, right? Or they'll be given a bill and they will have their assets liened, right? So what do you guys think about this? Is this something that, again, either making a deal with the devil, but during these times of desperation, do people just go ahead with this? Or what changes would you like to see? Or do you think this is just a ton of BS and they should just keep offering stimulus checks to people until the situation is righted? So let me know what you think. Again, my name is Jacob Bill. I'm the CEO of Bill Enterprises. This is a Trending Tuesday segment on my channel. If you like the content, please give it a like, share it out if you think this is going to help any of your friends and family or anybody associated with you. And I will see you later on today. Take care.